want to cross from Europe to the Caribbean area. So by sailing, by crossing the Atlantic, basically, on a sailing boat. That's one thing that's on my bucket list that I would like to do. Maybe in my next trip, like if it works out. That's an idea. Like I'd like to see all of the world. Like, but specifically, I have like the other place that's on the bucket list is Antarctica, which is like very uncommon to travel to, I guess, and also quite cold.
Yes.
not too how do you say?
Comfortable.
Not too comfortable, no, but
not too warm.
Absolutely not. Exactly the opposite from what I've had like now in the jungle. But yeah, no, it seems like it seems like a very interesting, beautiful place to see. But also, like, I don't know how would I get there. Like, I would like to go by boat as well.
You'd have to go,
yeah. But like by sailing boat, like, and there's well, for now, the trips that I found that go there are like quite expensive. So
they're all like cruises, aren't they?
Yeah. They're cruises, and yeah, you can easily pay up like 30, 40, 50,000 euros for a 2-week.
Damn.
Expedition to this area.
Must be cool though.
It must be very cool, but at the moment I have better places to spend my money.
30 to 50k worth.
Yeah, I can basically live more than a year out of this money. So why spend it in 2 weeks, right?
Yes, great. And what else is on the bucket list? You've got, because you've never been tempted by Africa, Central Asia, Southeast Asia.
Yeah. Those destinations sound tempting to me as well.
Of course.
But I don't know. Like what I really like here is that I can speak Spanish in most countries, and like although it's like not like my mother language, but like I can get along quite well, and I really like that, like being able to speak the local language. So before like traveling to these kind of countries, I would feel like I would like to learn a bit more language first.
Yeah. A bit more Spanish, or you'd want to learn a bit more of the new local language?
Yeah, the new local language. So for example, like the trip I did to India, like they speak English medium. Some people do very well, and some people don't speak any English. But then, like, people, you still connect with people, but it's difficult because you don't have a language to share. It is not necessary, but it makes stuff easier, and you make more. You get more out of it.
You get more out of it,
I guess. So before, like, I would really like to travel in Africa, for example. But before, I would probably try and like lift up my French. I think it's mostly spoken there. Like, if you would have like one common language, which is,
check it out, because with Africa you've got the French-speaking regions, and they're like the tough ones. You go to the English East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda. Not Rwanda, Burundi, but Rwanda. Those are the English-speaking. I've got friends who have commented doing an East Africa trip along, and it's English and it's safe. The French areas are all political at the moment, in that coups and civil strifes and warlords, and I wouldn't want to go anywhere that speaks French at the moment. No, that's a lie. Yes, I would. I'd love to go. I would go. I'm chatting shit. Because you're like a very experienced traveller at this point. We've all met the top of the range. We all, like, travellers.
Yeah, I mean, there's always more experienced travellers, but I feel very comfortable travelling around by myself, backpacking, figuring out wherever I'm going on the way. So
the language, you speak Spanish now?
Yeah, well,
that's huge.
Good enough. So, like,
conversational.
Yeah, I can easily pass by weeks with only speaking Spanish.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Kind of experienced, like, still learning every time, like, I visit a new place, but
always.
I think you can never, like, be experienced enough, I guess, something like that.
Is it really, for someone who's never done it, backpacking, never traveled, never entered or learnt of the world, is it easier than they would think?
That's very difficult to answer because I have no idea what they would think, of course.
Well, let's put ourselves in their perspective. They would think traveling, confusion, airport, passports, how do I get around,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like if I would like say for myself, like the first time I went on a big trip, like I had like months of preparation, and like
Me too.
also like not really preparation, but like just like, oh yeah, maybe I need this, maybe I need that. Like, oh, like just the week before I was like, oh shit, should I buy new shoes, or I don't know, will I need this? And like you bring a lot of stuff that like I brought a lot, like I brought a big backpack,
Yeah.
and
Me too.
I did a lot of preparation, of which basically I used very little. Like, and also of like the stuff I brought, like I didn't really use everything out of it. Like I just carried it with me for a full year almost,
Yeah.
without like maybe using it once. So, and now I'm like I bring some clothes that I wear and like the basic stuff, like my toothbrush and some toothpaste.
Yes.
And then I don't know, like I feel like it's more like a see as you go. Like if you need something, then probably the place where you need it has it, and you can find it there. And yeah, so
Yeah. So, what is the one thing you've learned in that is obvious to you now that wasn't?
in traveling, like I think it's just like I just have like some faith of something, like stuff will work out. I don't like the one thing I learned is just not to plan everything out and just figure it out as you go. I guess that's like the way I developed of traveling. Yeah.
Your first trip was planned?
Well, my first destination was planned.
Yeah, me too. My
first night. Yeah, no, like you don't plan anything at all, but
your first trip.
I mean, I do a lot of preparation of like research about the country and stuff and locations where to go, and I also just left that basically this time. I just booked a flight and thought of the first destination with a general idea, like I will see there, and then basically from there onwards, like you meet somewhere there, and then they give you a recommendation for oh yeah, like this place around here. Like basically you arrive at a place, you think I'll spend a week here to get to know it, and then after a week you learn that you need 3 weeks to see everything that's in the surrounding as well. Like you would never figure that out, like if you were like planning your trip from home from your laptop, like you're doing the research. You just hear it from people that are around, and that's a lot easier. Yeah.
I think it's the best way to do it. I mean, the best. It depends on who you are, what you want.
Yeah, it really depends. Like if you have time, like me, like I have a lot of time to travel, and I can do it slowly. I work as well, so it's yeah. Like if you have 2 weeks or 3 weeks vacation and you want to see most of Colombia, then or from Peru, then you need to plan a bit more in advance, I guess.
You need to be economical with your time.
Yeah.
Economical.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, if it's just 3 weeks is very little. If you like, it's a lot. You can see a lot in 3 weeks, but also it's very little if you want to see the whole country.
In 3 weeks, you'll see everything that you can't see in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It'll fill your head.
Yeah.
I myself, in my first time in Peru, I was planning like 1 month, and then I stayed all my 3 months to the day. So like, you just can't plan this stuff. Where was your first trip to?
The first solo trip was
your first backpack.
Yeah, the first backpack started in Chile.
In Chile.
Yeah.
Was it when we met? Was that your first ever trip?
That was the first trip. Yeah. The first ever solo trip. Yeah.
So since then you've been to India and now back to Latin America.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you find Latin America is now kind of like a base? Not a base. Maybe a base. Like you've always got Latin America waiting for you now. It's like, or are you still trying to explore the most newest, curious places? Or do you think you always find yourself coming back?
That's a good question. I feel like I've only seen like 1% of like South America yet. Like, so I think for me to see all like that there's to see here, like that will take probably forever. Like, I don't feel like I should have this finished, like completed like South America or something before like moving on to next other destinations. But I feel like I can enjoy time here for quite a long, like a lot of travels to come, and could be like I can see it as a base to go to explore.
Yeah, because you've already crack the language,
Yeah.
which is immense. It's life changing. You've always got an open door now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the easiest option. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to cross an ocean to get there, but for the rest,
Yeah, I agree.
What about you? Is it also your first trip then 3 years ago, or?
That was my second, actually. Yeah, I did a 7-month European Middle Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Lived in London 2 years, 7 months for COVID. I went back to Australia, and then Latin America for 7 months, which is where we coincided on month 3 of 7. Yeah,
same.
And then we spent the whole of March. It was the whole of March
and April. Yeah, I think it was with King's Day as well. So
literally today, yesterday.
Yeah.
You arrived in La Paz today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Today, 3 years ago. Yeah.
Was that before or after the prison?
The prison.
Did I?
No, that's after. That's after.
So you arrived in La Paz, and
yeah.
Did you stay at the same hostel? Because I think we were with Giovanni.
Yeah, well, we stayed. You stayed. Yeah, we stayed in the same place.
Fill me in on this one. How long were we together in La Paz? Because I think by the time La Paz, our group had already stretched.
Yeah. It was like we were still. There were some people we were still meeting up there, but no, I think like you went to this prison that was in La Paz, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I didn't go. I did hear the story from you back then in La Paz.
And I told you about it after it happened, obviously. It happened after you arrived.
Yeah, no, you were like planning to get in and stuff and to figure it out. So we were there. Like I remember, I think it was with Jaume, and like you were like, oh, where's Nicholas today? Like, he's in prison. Like, we had this thing, and then you came out and then you told us about it. Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. Were you on the walking tour where they introduced us to the prison?
I'm not sure if I did that with you guys,
because it was me, Jaume, Jonathan, where they explained the prison to us, and then it was like, I want to get in. So you're in Lima, La Paz. Because it's like I'm missing this part of the memory. How long did we spend in La Paz?
I don't know, probably about a week or something.
About a week.
Like
it was short by that point.
It was. But like we all were doing our own stuff. Like people were already going to like the Peru or to the Isla del Sol. I remember. I think Jonathan also did like the Huayana Potosi, the mountain, like the mountain climb.
That was in Sucre?
No, that's in La Paz as well.
Yeah. I thought that was Sucre. He came back like destroyed.
Yeah.
Were we together at the market when he came back?
Yeah.
That was us.
Yeah.
There you go.
He definitely was destroyed. Like, and that's the moment I thought, like, I'm also gonna do it.
Did you attempt it?
Yeah.
I
made it even. Yes.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Did you do it with him?
No, I did it afterwards. Him. Like I saw him being so exhausted, I was like, I want that as well. Yeah.
Was it like the hardest thing you've ever done?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Like both physically and mentally, I guess. Like.
I think at that time I made up an excuse not to go. I saw Jonathan, because Jonathan, he's a fucking man. He's all
he's fit.
He's all the way. He's a real fucking trooper. And he came back, and I saw the state of him, and I was like, oh god, I don't know if I can. Oh no.
Yeah. So it is like it's known as, at least like there in La Paz, they say it's like the easiest 6,000 meter mountain to climb. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I should of course try. Like, and we had the advantage that we were already in Bolivia for a while, so we were already like quite used to like the altitudes. Like also like the Salar de Uyuni where we met was, I think, around 4,000 or 5,000 meters above sea level. So we were already like accustomed to it.
We hit 5,200 meters when we saw the sulfur geysers. That was our peak height, I remember.
5,000,
something like that. Because Everest is 8,000. Everest is 8,000. That's,
I think about it,
quite the opportunity to get 6,000 meters.
Yeah. No, but like also the way up there, it's climbing over snow basically. but there's one part that you have to actually climb up with a rope and like what's this hammer thing called pickaxe or something?
Pick,
Yeah.
pickaxe,
Yeah,
but like
pickaxe, yeah.
a pick.
Yeah, so you use that to climb up like I think maybe 50 meters. So for the rest it's walking. So
15 meters.
Yeah,
1 5.
50. I guess.
50. You
Yeah.
climbed 50 meters.
Yeah,
That's
you're like
immense.
secured with a rope, and it's not like I think like it's like a slope of like as I remember it's probably like 80% slope or something. So you would just slide down if you wouldn't have like aids to get up, but
yeah.
it's still like it's just very steep walking up on the ice.
So it's
In the
not
way
like
down you
a
can upslide.
sheer cliff where you're like
Yeah.
dangling. No, it's
Yeah.
like a slope.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, no, it was hard. Like the hardest part about it is like you climb up. You start at midnight or 1 a.m. I
Right.
guess
Before the sun.
Yeah, before the sun comes up, because when like after the like during the day it melts and it gets it's too dangerous to walk there, and it's
So what do you do during the day?
you walk down. Like you arrive, I think you start the hike at so either 12 or 1, and then you just hike up for 6-7 hours in the dark. You see nothing but your headlight and white in front of you, and you're just suffering because it's it's tough. Like it's like I remember in the last part of it, like you just like you do like 5 steps and then you have to like breathe for a minute because
Wow.
of like there's no air, there's no oxygen. And you don't see shit, like there's only a white cloud and stuff around, but then around 7 it's sunrise.
Mhm.
And this is the time you're supposed to arrive at the top as well, and we were just going and having all these breaks all the time, and at some point you see that the light starts to come, the clouds start to get away, and you see like the top like 100 meters in like in front of you. You only have like this last 100 meters, and you're like, okay, we're gonna do it at once, and then you're still like have to stop twice because you're just out of air. But yeah, then you make it to the top and you have like a huge view, like you see La Paz, you see a lot of other mountains. That was like really beautiful, and then you walk down. You think it's walking down is easy, but without the oxygen it's still
Yeah.
it's still like it's beautiful because now you see what you've all hiked up before, and it's easier than going up. But
Yeah.
it's still like physically you're exhausted, and it's like, but that's the nicest part. Like you see everything, all that.
And was it nice? It was satisfying to see the view.
Yeah.
Was the experience in that, or was the experience in just doing something very difficult? Both.
I think both. Like it is like I wouldn't do it just for like the view makes up for a lot of it. Like like it's
Yeah.
it's also just the fact that you made it. Like it's
Yeah.
really nice to have done it. Like,
Is
to
it
know
worth
that
it
you're-
for the view? Like, is it worth it for the nature, or you? Because like,
I mean, like if you just want nice views, and so there's easier places to find a nice view, but it's also definitely about the climb itself. And
Yes.
just it's nice to be able to know that you can do it. It's like
that's wild. Because La Paz was a wild place. I think that's like the wildest city I've in Latin America.
yeah, why?
Yeah. The traffic, the hills, the commotion, so to say.
Yeah,
was
it's
chaotic.
yeah, it's definitely like I can. Also, it's very peaceful. Like if you're like in the teleférico, like going
Yeah.
around like the public transport basically, and like if you're just like you have a lot of peaceful places as well. Like the hostel was very nice where we were. Like you just had, like the communal area where everyone's chilling.
It was a very tall hostel, I
Yeah.
remember. It was
There
lovely.
were like 5 floors or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you do Death Road as well? The mountain
Oh
bike?
yeah, the mountain
You did
biking.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Did I see you before or after? Because I had the cast.
Did you break your arm there?
Fraction.
You.
I went flying onto the rocks. It was really bad. I was so silly.
I don't know if I've seen this.
Interesting. Because I did Death Road, and then I have a cast on for 2 weeks, and then I take it off, arriving to Aguascalientes, Machu Picchu. Like the moment I'm like, I just tear it off with a rock or some shit. It's terrible. So you didn't see me with that?
No, I didn't see you at the cost. So
Interesting. No, I was
I must have been going on then already.
maybe because I shortly after I met my friend Dylan from the UK, and we went up to his little soul together. The both of us were just like exhausted and like, just man, I want to get out of the damn mountains. I am so tired. It's so cold and hot and dry. Like, yeah, we wanted to move on. But I went flying, man, because I'd never done mountain biking before. And then I figured, as long as I don't use because you have the guy at the front who doesn't wait for you, he just goes. And it was, as long as I don't use my brakes like him, I can just follow his exact path, and I think that's the safest option. So I've never done mountain biking, and I just wasn't using my brakes as we're just going down.
Oh yeah.
And then we come down, and you have to kind of go left, and there's a little waterfall, and there's like some big puddles, and it got me by surprise. So I hit like a puddle, and I squeezed both of the brakes, and I just went Superman. I landed on my arm, elbow, shoulder. I rolled. It's like, oh, I got lucky. Was that cool? Did I like go flying? Was it like cool? I'm like, yeah, yeah, literally. And then we get to the rest area, and I almost vomit. I was concussed. I didn't realize.
Did someone get it on video though, like for the action?
I wish. I wouldn't do it again, but it was cool that it happened. Yeah, man.
The second take.
No, that was awful. That night I couldn't sleep because no matter how I had my left arm, either my wrist, my elbow, or my shoulder would hurt. It was the most awful thing I'd experienced. But Death Road was fun.
Yeah.
What else?
But like you fell like not to the cliff side then of the mountain, if I understand.
I didn't fall off the cliff.
No.
What was your?
You fell like to the waterfall or?
On the path.
Yeah.
No into nothing. Just the safest. I got lucky.
Yeah.
What else did you do in the past?
What else did I do?
You did Death Road. You did Potosi, Guayana
Potosi.
Guayana Potosi.
Yeah. What else?
Did you do like the chola wrestling or whatever they call it?
No, I didn't get the I don't know, I don't remember exactly, but I did spend like a week, of which was like 3 days was like up to the mountain.
3 days?
Yeah, or like 3 days, 2 nights. So like
2 nights.
You leave in the afternoon and you come back in the afternoon. You have
Is it 1 night or 2 nights?
You can do either 1 or 2. Like if you go 2 nights, you spend like some more time and actually like climbing seeing some more of the mountain. So that's I did too. Yeah.
And maybe that's why, because you were going for the Huayna Potosi.
Yeah. And then afterwards, I went for the Atacama Desert in Chile.
Then you went to Chile. Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, so that's where our paths separated.
That's
and only like a month later, I went up to Cusco, but then you were probably already here in Lima, maybe? I don't know. And then we just like lost track of where we were going.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. A month later, so we met today, 3 years ago, again in La Paz, and then I was where was I for my? Yeah, man, I can't remember. It's been a long time now, but we didn't see each other since. That's where we said goodbye. 3 years ago. In the 3 years ago, in like a week, we saw each other for the last time. I love this, man. For the rest of my life, I'll just be like coming across.
You just stay here in Lima. We all visit you at some point.
It's happening, bro. I've already received 3 friends.
Yeah.
I've got another one coming next month. Like, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'd love to settle in Lima and be able to just like really receive everyone very well and make it like a home for everyone passing through a second place. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Anything absolutely crazy happened to you while traveling?
Absolutely crazy.
It's a hard question. People say, "Tell me the craziest thing," and you're like, "Well, I don't."
Yeah, what's crazy? Like,
right? I mean, in Bolivia, I did that hitchhike, and I thought the dude was like gonna rob me or some shit, kill me. I don't know what the fuck. He was like, we were on like, it was too much like a movie. We were on a dark highway, the moon rising over the sharp mountains, and like cloud and fog appearing. And then the dude's just like, Nicolas. I'm sat next to him, and he's just like, Nicolas. and there's no one. It's an empty road in the middle of nowhere. And then he pulls over to the side. Nicholas. I'm going, oh shit. What do I do? He gets out of the car. He opens the back door. He pulls out his backpack. Nicholas. And then he pulls out his hearing aid. I was okay.
What? His
hearing aid. So I was like, what do I do? Like, I can't kill the man. Like, I'm not capable. I have a fractured wrist.
Yeah.
He's a bigger guy. Like, I'm just not. Yeah, I was like, fuck. Have you ever been robbed?
No.
No, neither.
No. One time, almost. But I got saved by some very friendly people I just met that evening. Like, this was in Bogota. It was my first night there. I did like a free walking tour, and then like they recommended a place. It's called Plaza del Chorro de Quevedo. It's like a small square in downtown, and there's just stuff going on there on, I think, Saturday night. It was like people like telling jokes, like with a microphone, like doing like cabaret, like there was like a circus thing. And
is this like outdoors? It's like Old Town.
Yeah. It's really cool. It was really fun. I went there with someone I met on the walking tour, and then we met a guy on this plaza, and like he was living there, and he was just like, oh yeah, no, like I'm going to another bar with some friends, and we just joined. So we were like, okay, yeah, sure, we joined. It was not all nice fun, and then we were done at this other bar. Like, I don't know exactly why, but there was like some small bar fight, and we were like, okay, we'll go and find another party. And then like I was just like with this guy I met on the plaza, and like the rest also went home. We were walking around the center there and looking for a party, but we couldn't really find one. And then we met a group of his friends. They were chilling on the streets in front of the supermarket. The supermarket was closed, but like every 30 minutes it would open up so that we could get some new beers. And there was like a guy with a guitar was playing music. There was a guy with his dog. The dog, we were playing with the dog. It was very, very fun. We were just having drinks and good talks. And then we were like about there for an hour, I guess. And then two people showed up, like a guy and a girl. And the girl was like very into me, and I'm flattered, of course. And the guy tried to hook us up a little bit, and then like she was like, yeah, come with me, let's spend some time together. Like, yeah, as flattered as I am, I really don't trust it. Like, she was trying to like lure me, like to get me away from the group that we were with, and then I was like, yeah, no, like, it felt like bad, and like I was like walking around, like I was walking with her, and then. Like the group, like the guy I met on the plaza, Emilio, he came to me and he said like, Bart, what are you doing? Like this, like the guy that came with her, like like he was trying to get us away, like he's trying to pay us off, and then they want to rob you. Like, so they were trying to get this group away and to get me away from the group.
Separate you.
Yeah, so they had the full plan, but those people I just met there on the street, they were all like, no, like they're not leaving me, so I'm like forever grateful for that. Like I also wasn't really expecting to go out for any party this night, so I also had like passport, all my money, I had everything with me, so like it was not a very a good moment to get robbed. Like usually I would walk around with maybe some like money and my phone, and then worst case I lose that, but now I was like, shit, I can't get robbed today. Yeah,
that was the worst time.
That's like, I guess, the craziest.
You had like a gut feeling though. Would you have walked away?
No, definitely not.
You already knew deep down.
Yeah.
Have you met many people who have been robbed in your travels?
Yeah.
Do they tell you about it?
Yeah, mostly just like either people in like tuk-tuks that like got like their phone like grabbed out of their hands and by a motor, and that got away. Like one time, or like I've heard about like two people that like were like just like get a gun into their face and like just had to give up their stuff, and then Yeah, that has happened. Like I've heard 2 stories about it.
Yeah.
And one time, like people that were like traveling in a van and they were just like camping somewhere next to the road, and then like just drunk people like started like hitting their van and like robbing them also. Like,
oh shit.
so I've I've heard some stories. Of course, these are always the stories you hear about. Like if you're talking to people and like, oh, did something crazy happen? Like then you tell about it, of course. Yeah, only 3 times.
Only 3 times. Yeah. I've met people who've been robbed, and it seems very casual. Like when someone puts a gun to your head, in all the stories I've heard, they seem like normal about it. They don't seem aggressive. The guy I went to Isla del Sol with, he told me this insane story. He was in Nicaragua, and they were just walking, him and a group of tourists. I don't know how big or anything, not too many. And they're walking in like a rural area, and just a group of kids with machetes working on the farm see them and just surround them with machetes.
Oh,
and they had to give up their stuff to escape. And then in Medellin, Vlad, he's like a short guy, but he's fucking huge. He's Armenian. He's like mountain man genetic. We went to the discoteca. We went out, and then I went home early. It's like a 10-minute walk to the hostel in Bogota, Medellin, in Medellin. And then he tells me over text, because I left, he was walking home, and 2 kids are just coming down the street, middle of the night, when you shouldn't be walking alone type vibes. So spidey senses, right? And then he's walking, the 2 kids cross him, and one of the kids grabs his arm, and he smacks him in the face so hard that he's just stood there in shock. And then the other one, he hits him, and he stomps on him so much that he can't walk on that ankle for like a week. And you got to think, you're 2 Colombian kids, and you see some drunk tourist returning from the bar, and you're like, fuck yeah, free phone. And then what they didn't know is Vlad, he had like real stereotypical PTSD, like fireworks, like you're behind me type shit. Because what he did, he worked in the Navy. He would board pirate ships, kill the pirates, and release the slaves. So imagine you're 2 Colombian kids, and you see some guy, and you're like, fuck yeah, free phone. And then this was the guy that was actually killing pirates earlier. So you get the most PTSD, biggest pirate killer, and then that's the guy you want to fuck with. Oh, I wish I was there. That's an insane...
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But you've never been messed with.
What?
You've never been messed with. You've never genuinely been put in any threatening position.
No. It's
Neither have I, man. Neither have I. It's interesting. I thought South America, you'd come and just get robbed. Like,
yeah, I hear many people who say, "Yeah, I just calculated in. Like, it's part of my. Like, I hope it doesn't happen, but I expect it to happen." And I'm like, I don't expect it to happen. Like, why? Like, I wouldn't even know. Like my phone like almost broke a couple times during the traveling, and then I was like, "Fuck, how do I get into all my accounts and stuff?" Like, I never thought about like not like I don't know.
You never considered
No,
not
I don't
having
consider
the phone.
it. Yeah. No, I don't really consider like people robbing. It's like a pickpocketing is definitely a thing. Like, you just be careful for that. Like, yeah.
I feel like it's definitely being careful. Like, you do meet people who never get robbed, and it's just like, I have a feeling if you're not stupid and you're not unlucky, you really can just not get robbed. Of course,
it's definitely an unlucky part about being.
Definitely.
But that does definitely happen. Like,
I almost got robbed in Bogota. I was walking down the street, and then some kid with like a box, cigarettes and sweets and shit is coming up, and he's being cheeky. He's getting in my face and everything, and he's like, he put the box against me, against my arm, and he's like, haha, you want something? And I'm trying to ignore him. And then I just kind of like, he's getting really, so I shove him away. And then my phone was balancing halfway out of my pocket.
He was almost there.
Oh my god, that would have been the one time. But I didn't. But I will, So I've gotten lucky, however. And then,
I feel like that's the most robberies you hear about. It's just like the sneaky, like pickpocketing. Like, it's not like the violent, like the gun. Like that. that's really like shitty if that happens.
A friend, he told the story of he was in a taxi coming home at night with a few others, and then the taxi driver takes a wrong turn. A guy comes up to the window, very professional, shows the gun, please give me your phone, very polite, just takes it, walks away, career criminal. Then the taxi driver takes them home. So I wanna delve more into your experience in traveling. What else? I want to get like experienced information out of you. I have friends who want to travel, and I want to open that because it's adventurous. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to get creative, but it's really not that hard.
No, it's really easy.
It's really easy.
It's really easy. Yeah, like what kind of information would you like?
Yeah, I mean that's it.
What are you looking for?
No, I'm not looking for anything really. It's just because you're packing, you need so much less than you realize. When I first packed my Osprey Farpoint 40, which I still have here, I filled it up and I couldn't fit more things in. And I was like, this is my first ever time packing, and I was like, this is a sign that I think I have too much. So I cut it down, and I was like, I'm grateful because I definitely didn't need all of that. And then 1 month in, I cut it in half again. So I think the packing part is a stressful part. You're like, I'm going on a week vacation, I need to bring 10 pairs of underwear. Yeah. Like that mentality.
Yeah, basically that's what I have. 10 pairs of socks, 10 pairs of underwear, like some t-shirts and like two pants, like 2 long ones and 2 short ones. And a swimsuit, and then my toothbrush. That's it, basically.
It's really it.
Then if I figure out like, okay, so one rain jacket I would add as well. But yeah, then like if I figure out like, oh, I need like something as a like what else would you need? Like if I would really need it, like I would just buy it here, like an adapter, for example, as well. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, I need the biggest advanced adapter. I just finding that, and then I lost it at some point in the traveling, and I found like one for like 50 cents on the streets, and like I've been using that one forever now. So
it's the random stuff that you have that you I still have the little plastic bag I put my sandals in from 6 years ago now. I have the same plastic.
They're still good.
It's got some holes
in it.
The sandals are the plastic bag. So I'd pack my sandals in my backpack and I'd put them in a plastic bag. I still have that same plastic bag from 6 years ago.
That's holding on for a long time.
Right? It's just that random shit you keep. Because you only need clothing, toiletries, electronic, which is a charging cable and your earphones. It's that simple.
Yeah, and then I bring my laptop because I'm working, and that's basically the heaviest and biggest thing in the backpack.
That's
and
pretty
socks.
much.
I don't know. The socks take up a lot of space.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you have boots? Are you going hiking?
Yeah. So then, like, this is the. I didn't bring them this time. Like, I have like proper sneakers with boots. Like if I actually go do like longer, like multiple day hikes or higher up in the mountains, I would have to rent those shoes somewhere. Like that's small disadvantage, but just it weighs up against the hustle of like taking it everywhere from A to D. Like if you're just like spending, for example, like the 6 weeks that I was in Colombia now, I didn't miss them. The 5 weeks in the jungle, I've only walked on Crocs. Like I basically didn't even my sneakers. So like I would have like had them with me all the time. Carried them from A to B all the way to Colombia. I would have to take them on the plane. I would have to wear them because they wouldn't fit my backpack. My other sneakers would have to be in my backpack. Like I only travel with like hand luggage, so I didn't have space for them. Like,
how many liters is your backpack?
I think it's 40 liters.
40 liters, yeah.
But you can extend it very easily to 60, 50 or 60. Yeah.
What brand? Or just some backpack you found?
Some backpack, I don't know.
I researched months which backpack I should buy. Months. I was looking at every single option. I was like considering the colors. Like, well, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself, but I don't want to lose it. Like,
you do want to find it at the
And I still have that same backpack. Never lost it. Never lost my passport, my wallet, my backpack. Lucky. Lucky.
Yeah.
Sure, man. So you're headed to Colombia today. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No plans. Just go with it.
See where it ends up. Yeah.
You don't have any direction.
I'm gonna start in Cali.
That's it.
Yeah, and from there on, like I have an idea. Like I want to see the Pacific coast. And,
Buenaventura.
maybe Buenaventura, and maybe more of the Caribbean coasts, or more like I want to go back maybe to the place San Gil where I went. I did kayaking there for like 2 weeks.
That's where you did your kayaking.
Yeah.
I was in Villa de Leyva. I was right below San Gil.
Yeah, I also want to go back to Villa de Leyva. Like I met in San Gil. I met a couple which has a farm there with horses. I visited them. Like we went horse riding. I learned how to ride a horse there with them, and it was really cool. Like I would like to go back there as well and see some more of the surroundings, like Santander in general, like the province in Colombia is really, really nice.
Beautiful.
It has everything. Yeah.
It has everything. I loved it. Villa de Leyva was so beautiful. We found a big hotel property where they had like a natural cold pool that comes down from the mountain in the rocks and everything. Oh, Villa de Leyva was beautiful, man.
Apparently, they have like the biggest plaza in South America.
Yeah.
Like the square where they have they
I remember.
Yeah, and they have. I like the way he explained it to me. Like there's almost every week there's some festival going on there, and there's some reason. So it's like it's a small town, but it's like capacity to be very big with festivities. Like there can be like I don't know like in numbers, but a lot of people can go there, and it's like
small town. Yeah. They receive lots of people. It's very rural, agricultural. The farmers market. We went to the farmers market, met the farmers, the cheeses, the things.
Yeah. They have a lot of handmade products in general as well.
I love it. I miss it. I'm getting nostalgia, man. This isn't good for me.
You come with me.
I wish, man. Yeah. I can't travel anymore. I need to lock in. I crave an adventure, man. I crave just packing up my little backpack and going somewhere and just disappearing for a bit, sinking the jungle. Yeah.
I know a place.
Yeah.
I recommend.
I just get my mind off things, work with my hands a bit, touch a monkey. Have you been to San Andres?
San Andres, no.
You must. No.
It's the island, right?
Yes.
From above Colombia. Yeah.
I highly recommend it. Okay. Highly. I have you been to a Caribbean island before?
I've been to the what is it called? The islands on the coast of Panama.
Panama. There are islands off the coast. Are they Panamanian islands?
Yes.
Yes.
So, but what are they called? Like I hate that I cannot come up with a name right now.
It's not like a country.
No. It's San Blas. The San Blas Islands.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Blas. That's Dutch.
No. It's islands in front of Panama. I think they're from Panama.
Panama. The name San Blas is a Dutch name. Was that a Dutch, or is that French?
I have no idea.
Well,
San Blas. It sounds Spanish, right? Blas.
Depends your accent.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I wouldn't know. It's very small. It's like a group of islands. Like I don't know how many either, but like it's basically white beaches and palm trees.
Right. Isla San Andres. Isla San Andres is nice. You can cross the island short way in like an hour, 40 minutes, in like 40 minutes, an hour. And then bottom to top, you can walk it in like a couple hours. So it's small, but it doesn't feel like a small... It feels like a small island, but it's not like... There's still room. You're not confined, so to say. Spend like a week there. Yeah. It's a bit more costly. It's not like a cheap destination. It's not an expensive destination.
It's very popular for Colombians.
It is.
Any Colombian I speak with, you have to go there.
As well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's popular, it's kind of outside the country, but it's still Colombia. But
Would you go there, or is that not on your bucket list, so to say?
It is not on the planning, but who knows? Like, I feel like you have to take a flight there, so it feels far away. I try only to fly to get here and to go back.
I only went there to see a friend. I wasn't planning on it. I wasn't going to go. I was just going to stick to Colombia. But then the friend was there, and I was like, well, I'll go. And I'm so grateful I did. Like, it was an experience I was going to pass up that is 100% worth that I went. But I mean, you can't make the wrong move, right? Like you're not.
No, that's
shit. I had a great time in Bogota. I should have gone. I had a great time there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's nice. And then Colombia. Colombia is like its reputation.
That really depends who you ask what the reputation is.
Reputation. When I came to South America, I thought all of it was Colombia. Jungle, a bit of looseness in the culture, Latin vibes. Everyone's fun, friendly. Is it?
Yeah, then it's up to the
how was your expectations?
That would describe my expectations.
Yeah.
Some people also, like, at home when I told people I was going to Colombia, like, there are still a lot of people who would say, like, oh no, it's a dangerous country, be careful. And there's definitely also dangerous parts and stuff, but it's not the main thing we see especially as a tourist. Like, you live a different life as a tourist than as, like, if you were living in the country yourself, like as a local. But in general, for tourists, it's also depends on what type of tourist you are, like, and what places you go to.
Definitely. It's all of Latin America. I thought, as I said, I thought I'd be getting robbed out of the airport. But all of Latin America there's such a reputation that just doesn't coincide with the lived experience, I find. Like, I haven't, Latin America dangerous, of course I'm going to get robbed. But your verdict, so to say, on Latin America, it's chill.
Yeah?
Chill. Depends.
Yeah, chill, nice.
If you want it to be chill, nice. It's fine.
Yeah.
Is there one question I should ask you?
I don't know.
About everything, anything?
No, like, whatever you want to ask. But I can't come up with one for you. No,
definitely. That's okay. Is there anything that after the podcast you would have thought, I should have actually, that would have been like an interesting thing to say?
We'll know after the podcast. I'll write you afterwards.
Can you put this in?
Yeah. Well, we can edit afterwards with a video call.
One more thing. No, that's good. Yeah, man. That's nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
That was
Thanks
fun.
for inviting me on the podcast.